Hi, this is Margaret, and I'd like to look at how we get a start on drawing our elevation in AutoCAD. And before we do that, I just want to think about these floor plans a little bit. I've been working on my floor plans here, wrestling with trying to get things to line up. And you will want to work on that too. Now, what I did was I temporarily put my second floor plan directly above my first floor plan so that I could get things lined up. And I'm going to, I made a construction line layer. I'm going to turn that on. So you want to make sure that these outer corners of both floor plans are lined up. And not only that, if you zoom in on your first floor, your main level, so here's your guest room and it's 12 feet wide inside, and then there's the outside wall of that guest room and it lines up with our balcony thing or our loft. So this wall stuff here needs to line up with that wall stuff on the second floor. Not only that, do I have that? Let me get this picture open of the elevation. When you look at the city's elevation, you notice that they intend to have a window on the first floor, which is probably the kitchen. They intend to have that window line up with the window on the second floor. Now, if you're drawing a house plan and you don't notice that, and you send out you have your windows not lined up and you send them out to the contractor, you're going to be unpleasantly surprised when the house is built and the windows don't line up. This is one of those details that make a thing look attractive and finished. So here's my second floor. Let me zoom a little bit. And here's my first floor. And I fiddled around a little bit with these windows to get the first floor window lined up with the bathroom window upstairs. You want that to happen. And I thought about, well, how wide do I want these windows? I made the downstairs bathroom and laundry room 2 feet wide. You could make yours different if you want. I think I made my kitchen 3 feet wide. Let's have a look. I'm going to use the distance command, which is this ruler right here. You can click the ruler. You can click distance under the ruler, or if you prefer, you can just type DI for distance, and I will click one corner and the other corner. Oh no, and it tells me that it looks like I intended a 4-foot window and I goofed up and I'm 1/8 of an inch short. So I'm going to have to go in and fix that. This is the kind of thing you have to keep checking. So if I wanted that a 4-foot window, I probably want this other one a 4-foot window also. Let me do a distance command and see how I did there. Well, I made that one 1/8 of an inch too wide. So I'm going to have to fix both of those. Main thing is for the elevation, I want these windows lined up. Now, so what? I drew a line on the ground over here. Just temporary, it kind of doesn't matter where it is. That's going to be my bottom of my siding. That's going to be my bottom of the 23-foot line. I'm still going to need to put a foundation stem wall down below that and a slopey, squiggly grade line below that, but this is going to be my starting point. Okay, so that's my starting point, and I want to come up 23 feet and then come down 22 feet so that I get my two siding wall lines. So I will use the offset command right here, or I could type O for offset, either one. All right, it's talking to you. Offset, specify distance. Okay, we can't just start clicking yet, we need a distance. So I will type in 23. Now if I just type 23, it will default to inches. I want 23 feet, so I'm going to add a foot mark, 23 feet. Now what does it say? Select object to offset. Okay, click. And now specify point on side to offset. Okay, I don't want to go down below, I want to go up above, so I will just come up above that line somewhere and click. Good deal. Enter. Now I want to come back down 22 feet. So I'm going to offset again. Now the last command I did was offset. If I want offset again, all I have to do is hit enter or spacebar. Spacebar means enter. I'll hit enter and look, the last command that I was in came up again. Offset. Good. All right, what's it saying? Specify offset distance. Okay, I will enter 22 and I will add a foot mark for 22 feet. Select object to offset. Okay, now I will select this is the top of my roof, my ridge line. Select object. And I don't want to go up, I want to go down, so I will specify a point somewhere below my ridge line, and that's where I want that line. Okay, there's the bottom of my wall and the top of my roof. Now what? I'll tell you what. I am going to take my floor plan and I'm going to make a copy of it and rotate it 180 degrees. So I could do a two-step thing. I could go copy, move that over here. Oops, I copied too much. Then go rotate, and rotate it 180 degrees. But you know what? There's a faster way. Let me show you that. If you forget the faster way, don't worry. You can just copy your floor plan, put it over here, then rotate it 180 degrees. No problem at all. But let me show you the shortcut. Rotate has a copy option in it. So you could click this rotate button, or you could type RO for rotate. What is it saying? Select objects. Okay. I will do that. It's still saying select objects. It's giving me a chance. Okay, I am done, so I'm going to hit enter to accept, and it says specify base point. I'd like to flip this thing up in the sky over here, so I'm going to pick a base point that's kind of out in the air here, hoping that maybe this will work. I'll just pick a point in space. Okay, here's the secret now. Looky here, I think I did that wrong, but that's okay. I can specify the angle of 180 degrees right now, but look, here's an option, C for copy, or I could just click on that copy. I want a copy. Okay, now I did that. It's going to rotate a copy, and now it's going to say specify the rotation angle. Good. Now I'll type 180, enter, and I made a copy and it rotated 180 degrees. and I messed up, but that's okay. You can't break these, you know. So I messed up picking my base point, but that's okay. I'll just grab that now and move it up here. Yay! Now I can start drawing lines from my floor plan down into my elevation. Like that. But you know what would be interesting? Would be, what if, since I have my second floor plan directly over my first floor plan already, why don't I get smart and rotate and copy that whole thing all at once? You know, I think I might want to move that a little bit higher just so I don't get all messed up a little bit. Okay, what if I rotate, copy both floors at once? Rotate, select objects. Okay, I'm going to use a window and just surround all of this. Select. It's giving me a chance to keep going, but I'm done, so I'm going to go Enter to accept. Specify base point. Okay. Oh, maybe I'll try up here. We'll see what happens. Okay, now here's the option. C for copy. Yes, please, I would like to copy. So I'll push that button. Now specify the rotation angle. And notice I've got a copy stuck to my cursor here. There it is. Soon as I enter 180, all will be well. Enter. There. Now I have the first floor and the second floor all at once. So I can run lines from my first floor all the way down here. And when I'm done doing those, then I can get that one out of the way if I want to, and now start working on the second floor. Or I could just leave it there, it doesn't matter. So now I can begin to lay in lines for where my, whatever that is, my deck and my porch and so on and so forth. And because I was careful when I drew my two plans, I got my first floor and second floor windows all lined up. So now I won't have any problem with that. And off we go. I want to say one more thing about this drawing. They don't give us a lot of details about window size and other things. So feel free to, it's up to the local artist. Feel free to choose window sizes that you feel are appropriate and that kind of match this elevation. Yours might be slightly different from mine. That's okay because they didn't tell us what the sizes explicitly are. This is mainly an exercise in using lines and text and visualizing and going from a plan to an elevation. Now, when I'm done, I'm going to go to my paper space, my B-size title block here. Things are not looking good. So I'll double click inside my viewport. And looks like I already set my viewport at 3/16 of an inch to the foot. That's good. But I'm going to need to, once I get my lines drawn in here, I'll need to pan and get my house in the right place. Double click to close my viewport. Notice that I have labeled this north elevation, and there's the scale. And notice that in the title block, this is a nice touch. If you want to, I've labeled this sheet elevation, and I changed the sheet number to a 201 because 200 is the number for an elevation. So that's kind of cool. All right, there you go. Happy drawing.